Ever slammed on your brakes and felt that weird vibration under your foot? That pulsing, chattering feeling that makes you think something's broken? Here's the truth. That's your ABS doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and it might just save your life. But most drivers have no idea how it actually works or whether theirs is even functioning properly. That changes today. In this video, I'll show you exactly how ABS works, why it matters, and how to test it yourself in just a few minutes. No mechanic needed. Let's get started.
What is ABS and why should you care?
ABS stands for Anti-Lock Braking System. It's been around since the 1970s, but it became standard on most cars in the 2000s, and for good reason. Before ABS, if you hit the brakes too hard, your wheels could lock up completely. When that happens, your tires stop spinning and just slide across the road. And here's the problem. Locked wheels can't steer. You lose control. The car just slides in whatever direction it was already going, even if you're cranking the steering wheel. That's how people end up in ditches, guardrails, or worse. ABS fixes this by preventing your wheels from locking up in the first place. It keeps your tires spinning just enough so you can still steer while braking hard. That means you stop faster and keep control of the car. It's one of the most important safety features ever invented.
How does ABS actually work?
ABS isn't magic. It's a smart system that reacts faster than any human ever could. Here's what's happening under the hood. Step 1. The sensors are always watching. At each wheel, there's a small sensor called a wheel speed sensor. It constantly monitors how fast that wheel is spinning. These sensors send data to the ABS control module dozens of times per second. The module is basically a small computer that's always checking. Are all the wheels spinning at the same speed? Step 2. Hard braking triggers the system. Let's say you're driving and suddenly need to stop. You slam on the brakes. The brake pads clamp down hard on the rotors and the wheels start to slow down fast, really fast. If one wheel slows down too much compared to the others, the ABS module knows it's about to lock up. Step 3. ABS takes over. The moment a wheel is about to lock, the ABS module jumps in. It releases brake pressure to that wheel for a split second, just enough to let it start spinning again. Then it reapplies the brakes, then releases again, then reapplies. This happens incredibly fast, up to 15 times per second. That rapid pulsing is what you feel through the brake pedal. It's not a problem. It's proof the system is working. Step 4. You keep steering. Because the wheels never fully lock, you still have traction. That means you can steer around obstacles while braking hard. Without ABS, you'd be sliding with zero control. With ABS, you can brake and steer at the same time. That's the difference between avoiding an accident and being in one. The parts that make ABS work. ABS isn't just one part. It's a system made up of several key components working together. Wheel speed sensors. These sit near each wheel, usually close to the brake rotor or inside the hub. They track how fast each wheel is spinning and send that info to the control module. If a sensor goes bad, the ABS light comes on and the system stops working. ABS control module. This is the brain of the operation. It takes all the data from the sensors and decides when to apply or release brake pressure. It's mounted somewhere under the hood, often near the brake master cylinder. Hydraulic Control Unit, HCU. This unit controls the brake fluid pressure to each wheel. When the ABS module tells it to release pressure, it opens a valve. When it's time to reapply, it closes the valve. The HCU is what creates that pulsing action you feel in the pedal. Pump and valves. Inside the HCU, there are pumps and solenoid valves. The pump restores pressure after it's been released. The valves control the flow of brake fluid to each wheel. These parts work in milliseconds, faster than you can blink. Brake pedal and master cylinder. You press the pedal and the master cylinder sends brake fluid through the lines. ABS works with this system, not instead of it. Even if ABS fails, your regular brakes still work. You just won't have the anti-lock feature. Why ABS matters more than you think.
Some drivers think ABS is just a nice extra.
It's not. ABS can mean the difference between a close call and a crash. You stop shorter on most surfaces. On dry pavement, ABS helps you stop in less distance. On wet or icy roads, it's even more critical. Without ABS, locked wheels slide. Sliding tires have less grip than rolling ones. That means longer stopping distances and less control. You can steer during an emergency. Imagine a kid running into the street. You hit the brakes hard. Without ABS, your wheels lock and you slide straight ahead, even if you try to steer around them. With ABS, you can brake hard and swerve to avoid the obstacle. That split-second ability to steer can save lives. It works in bad weather, rain, snow, ice, gravel. These surfaces make it easy for wheels to lock up.
ABS is designed to handle these conditions.
It adjusts brake pressure based on what each wheel is doing, giving you maximum stopping power without losing control. It reduces driver panic. In an emergency, most people just stomp on the brakes and hold them down. That's exactly what you should do with ABS. The system does the rest. No need to pump the brakes like in the old days, just press and hold. If you're enjoying this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me bring you more content. And to make things even easier, I've put together a free car maintenance checklist you can download using the link in the description below. How to test your ABS at home. You don't need a mechanic to check if your ABS is working. You can test it yourself in just a few minutes. But before you do, make sure it's safe. Safety first. Find an empty parking lot or a quiet street with no traffic. Make sure the pavement is dry and there's plenty of room to stop. Check that no one is around, no pedestrians, cars, or obstacles. Buckle up. Even though this is a controlled test, always wear your seatbelt. Step 1. Start the car and check the ABS light. Turn on the ignition. The ABS warning light should come on for a few seconds, then turn off. That's normal. It's the system doing a self-check. If the light stays on, your ABS might not be working. Don't do the test until you get it checked out. Step 2. Drive at a moderate speed. Get the car moving. You don't need to go fast. Around 20 to 30 miles per hour is enough. Find a straight, clear section where you can brake hard without hitting anything. Step 3. Hit the brakes hard. When you're ready, press the brake pedal down firmly and quickly. Don't pump it. Just push it down hard and hold it there. If your ABS is working, you should feel the pedal pulse or vibrate under your foot. You might also hear a grinding or buzzing sound. That's normal. The car should slow down in a straight line without the wheels locking up. Step 4. Try it on a wet surface. Optional. If you want to be extra sure, test it on a wet surface. Wait for a rainy day or spray down a section of pavement with a hose. Drive at the same moderate speed and brake hard again. ABS should kick in even more noticeably on slippery surfaces. You'll feel that pulsing more clearly, and the car should still stop without sliding or losing control. What if you don't feel anything? If you slam on the brakes and don't feel any pulsing, and the car just stops normally, a few things could be happening. 1. The surface might be too dry and your tires have enough grip that the wheels weren't about to lock. That means ABS didn't need to activate. 2. Your ABS might not be working. If the ABS light is on, or if you've had issues before, it's time to get it checked. 3. You didn't brake hard enough. ABS only kicks in during hard emergency braking. Try again with more force. Common ABS problems and warning signs. ABS is reliable, but it's not perfect. Over time, parts can wear out or fail. Here are the most common issues and what to look for. ABS warning light stays on. If the ABS light on your dashboard stays on after you start the car, the system has detected a problem. It could be a bad wheel speed sensor, a wiring issue, or a fault in the control module. Your regular brakes will still work, but the anti-lock feature won't. Get it checked as soon as possible. Unresponsive brake pedal. If the brake pedal feels soft, spongy, or sinks to the floor, something's wrong with the brake system. This might not be ABS related, but it's serious. Low brake fluid, air in the lines, or a failing master cylinder could be the cause. Don't drive the car until it's fixed. Brakes lock up. During hard braking, if your wheels lock up when you brake hard,
ABS isn't doing its job.
this could mean a sensor has failed, the control module isn't working, or there's a problem with the hydraulic unit. Without ABS, you lose steering control in a panic stop. That's dangerous. Strange noises. When braking, grinding, clicking, or buzzing sounds during normal braking could point to an ABS issue. Sometimes the pump or valves inside the hydraulic control unit start to fail. Other times, it's just worn brake pads, which is a separate issue. Either way, unusual noises mean it's time for a checkup. ABS activates on dry pavement for no reason. If you're driving normally on dry roads and the ABS kicks in randomly, something's off. This usually happens when a wheel speed sensor is dirty, damaged, or sending false signals. The system thinks a wheel is locking when it's not. It's annoying and could mean bigger problems are coming. How to keep your ABS working properly.
ABS doesn't need much maintenance,
But a little care goes a long way. Keep your brake system in good shape.
ABS relies on your regular brakes to work.
If your brake pads, rotors, or fluid are in bad condition, ABS can't do its job properly. Check your brake fluid every few months. Top it off if it's low and replace it every 3 to 5 years. Inspect brake pads and rotors during tire rotations. If they're worn down, replace them before they cause bigger problems. Clean the wheel speed sensors. Dirt, mud, and road grime can build up on the wheel speed sensors. When they get too dirty, they can't read the wheel speed accurately. If your ABS light comes on, check the sensors first. They're usually easy to access near the wheels. Wipe them down with a clean cloth. If they're damaged or corroded, replace them. Watch for warning lights. Your car will tell you when something's wrong. Don't ignore the ABS warning light. If it comes on, get the system scanned with an OBD2 reader. It'll give you a code that points to the problem. Fixing small issues early can prevent expensive repairs later. Drive carefully in bad weather. ABS helps in slippery conditions, but it's not magic. It can't overcome the laws of physics. Slow down in rain, snow, or ice. Give yourself extra space to stop. Even with ABS, your stopping distance increases on wet or icy roads. Get regular inspections. Have a mechanic check your brakes and ABS during routine service. They can spot issues you might miss. Sensors, wiring, and hydraulic components don't last forever. Catching problems early keeps you safe and saves money. What to do if your ABS fails? If your ABS stops working, don't panic. Your regular brakes still function, but you need to adjust how you drive until it's fixed. Don't slam on the brakes.
Without ABS,
Hard braking can lock up your wheels. If that happens, ease off the pedal slightly to let the wheels start spinning again. Then reapply pressure. This is called threshold braking, and it's what drivers did before ABS existed. Increase your following distance. Give yourself more space between you and the car ahead. Without ABS, your stopping distance might be longer in an emergency. Avoid sudden maneuvers. Take turns slower and brake earlier. Without the anti-lock feature, it's easier to lose control if you're braking and turning at the same time. Get it fixed quickly.
driving without ABS is risky, especially in bad weather.
Make an appointment with a mechanic as soon as you can. ABS repairs can range from a simple sensor replacement to more involved fixes with the control module or hydraulic unit. Either way, it's worth the cost. Final thoughts.
ABS is one of those features you don't think about until you need it.
But when you do, it can be the difference between walking away from a close call or dealing with a serious accident. Now you know how it works, why it matters, and how to test it yourself. Take a few minutes this week to try the parking lot test. Make sure your system is working properly, and if something feels off, get it checked out. Your safety and the safety of everyone else on the road depends on it. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to watch this next video as I'm sharing insider tips to help you cut repair costs and keep your car running like new.